Hey guys, so the office called me, said we have a lawn inspection to do. Customer's being super reasonable. She was kind of wondering if by chance we burned some of her flowers when the technician was doing a service. This is the service that she's claiming that the damages started occurring was about a month ago. So I came here and she's being totally reasonable, and let's kind of walk you through. So the one that she's really worried about is her honeysuckle. You can see it's pretty dried out. It's got some new growth up top. You can see at the bottom here, it does have a lot of leaves underneath. And moving on to this bush, it looks a little tired. You can see some of the leaves are kind of curling on it, not looking the best. She's got this bush here. It's looking tired. It's got some damage on it. Looks a little gray and madder. We've also got this rose bush. Kind of look at the rose bush. It's got some tell signs to it. It's got some purple leaves to it. Moving on, I'm not too sure what this plant is. It's an ornamental. It's got some discolorations to it. It's got some dots on the leaves. It's got some gray matter to it. This bush just kind of naturally does this, so we're not going to worry about that. You can see this one here, it's got some yellow tinge to it. And again, the rose bush has got some purple to it. It's a little tired. And this rose bush here, same story. So we come on this side, got similar issues. Leaves are turning purple and everything. So what I did is I went on to weather.com. I checked the recent weather patterns. Here in Utah, we had a temperature inversion that went from 80 degrees for about 2 to 3 days all the way down to 34 degrees. So in essence, the purple itself, what's happening here is the plant's going back dormant, and that's pretty naturally occurring. You can see here we've got some white powder. It's the beginning of what's called powdery mildew. It's a fungus. As we move kind of back this direction, this plant, it's supposed to all be this color, that real rich green color, not so much this yellow dingy color. That's just lack of iron. And if you look real close here, I don't know if I can get a good enough shot of this or not, but it's got a fungus on it. The leaves are kind of browning out and tinging all the way through the back. Normally we deal with some of these funguses. They're typically from the blight family. So we're going to hit this with a fungicide. You can see all the way up into here, we've got some of those similar issues on this plant too. Let's see if I can get the shot. It's kind of curling, and that's more weather related. I'm really just trying to get in here so you can see deep inside here. Let's see, this right here, you can really see the fungus traveling. So I'm going to pull this off just so you guys can kind of see it firsthand. Now obviously, if the technician sprayed it, that spray is not going to go a couple of feet into the plant just randomly around this side and kind of hit it. So these funguses travel pretty fast. They do require a fungicide. This little plant earlier that we were visiting, it's full of fungal matter, and they will travel from plant to plant. Getting back to her favorite plant, that honeysuckle here. So the technician about 2 weeks ago reported that down here at the bottom it was really lush and green. And the whole plant was. These type of funguses usually do travel through the plant within about 30 days pretty quickly. And he said the top was also completely green. And you can see, looking at this old leaf, it looks like this fungus started probably about 2-3 months ago. And I talked to the customer about it, and she did confirm she started seeing some diebacks right when it was leafing out to begin with. Kind of crazy. Again, temperature inversion on this plant, you can see This is a trumpet plant. It's one of her favorites. You can see right at the tippy top here, it's going purple. And it goes purple like that as it's trying to protect itself into dormancy. So our plan of action here, so what we're going to do for her is we're actually going to hit it with some micronutrients. We have a couple different micronutrients that we use. There's an 809 that we use with your NPK values, and then there's a 402. Either one of those at about an ounce per 25 square feet is what you're going to get. I kind of want to travel to the back here because you can also see in the very, very back, she's got that blight traveling on some of her other bushes. So right at the bottom here, you start seeing the discoloration. So the best thing that you can do with this is you want to prune it. Now, when you are pruning it, you have to be careful because you want to make sure that you don't just put it on the ground. If you put it on the ground, it'll travel to the next plant. I want to show you something really important though too. I want to make sure that we're erring on the side of caution. So I'm going to go over to the neighbor's house real quick and see what they're experiencing. Because generally, if we do have fungus traveling, it's not only going to be at one of these houses. We're going to see it at a couple of them. Hello, how are you? Not bad. So, looks like we have a grapevine here. And lo and behold, we've got both fungal activity and weather inversion. So you can see the weather inversion. The plant's really going purple now because it's kind of withered. It got too cold. And then some of these leaves, specifically this one right there, you can see the fungus kind of traveling through. So, and as we go down this plant, again, we've got some weather inversion issues. Let's see if I can find all through here. It's kind of withering. So again, the plan of action is pretty simple. You can tell the daffodils here, these look like they just need some water. They did get hit with a little weather inversion. Keep in mind, this is somebody that we do not service. And people are always worried that we're just trying to get out of something. And it's not the case. We want to make sure that we do the best for our customers and that we put together a good, solid plan of action. So anyway, guys, this is our lawn assessment today. So my plan of action, a little bit of fungicide, some 402, some micronutrients, some humic and fulvic acids in there, and these plants should be popping back here pretty shortly. So if you guys have any questions, hit me up. Love to help you out. Bye.